Hello there, and today we're going to explore the online selling, the basics. Um, Today I'll give you a basic overview of where you can sell your goods. I mean, you worked hard to get your goods, and you need to find a good place to sell them, right? So let's get started. Specifically, we'll be going over choosing a site, and that's probably one of the most important things to consider when you're considering selling online. So you have sites like Amazon, you got sites like eBay, even Etsy, Bonanza, which is sort of a new one, along with Etsy. And so today we'll be exploring the difference between these sites. Alright. And it's all basically about making you money, building up your equity, as you can see in this nice little slide here. Fees, and more fees. So all these sites charge a fee, or a final value fee. Amazon is a between a 8 and a 15% um, depending on what you're selling. I know that it can go up to 25%, but that's only if you're selling Kindle goods. So I wouldn't really recommend selling Kindle goods unless you want to give up 25% on Amazon. eBay for sellers that do not have the top seller status. It's a flat 10% fee, but also onto that you have a 2.9 plus 30% PayPal fee. And that's also the same with some others like Bonanza and Etsy. While they do have around a 3% final value fee, or a 3.5%, they also have a 2.9% fee for PayPal. So that's not included as it is in Amazon. So I would say average Amazon price for selling is around 10%. And on the next slide. So, I mean, it's all about what's right for you. What what selling site is the best for you? Um, what are you selling? What's the price range, and how will you ship it? Those are the three basic questions you should always use when you're picking your site. It's also good not to have all your stuff in one place. So you can have an eBay store, or not a store like that, I guess it's a store, and then a Amazon store, and you can list the same things and see how it goes. Sometimes you can get a higher price on one of the websites over the other depending on the price of goods, and sometimes you can afford to price lower, especially on Amazon if you get one of those 8% products. Okay. Um, Now there are some additional fees that are added on to what was back here. Amazon has a flat $1 fee. It's called a closing cost, I believe. So obviously, I said the fees range from 8 to 15%. One of the downsides of Amazon is that they actually set the shipping price for you, and then they charge you a percentage based on that. As I said earlier, eBay and others, they charge a 30% fee for PayPal, and I know that Bonanza, and there might be some other fees with some other websites, but Bonanza charges up to 15% for Google referral. You can actually set your own advertising rate though, and that's very nice. I think like the average is around 8% maybe, but then again you have to pay that PayPal fee, but it's still a little bit cheaper than places like eBay or Amazon, depending on the good. Alright, pros versus cons. Sorry, I just spit into the camera, but that's okay. Amazon, it's a well-known site, obviously. Who doesn't know Amazon? I mean, I've got Prime. I buy a lot of my stuff on Amazon. If you're a major seller, then you also have access to fulfillment by Amazon, which they take a little bit more of a cut, but they also ship everything for you. They take all the dirty work out of it. They also have some great seller support, some cheap shipping options. Um, Bad things, there's no merit-based premium seller accounts like eBay, as you can see down here. So, um, so that's obviously a bummer. As I said earlier, they set the shipping price for you, which isn't very fun, and you have to wait 2 weeks to be paid. Also, on the fact that it can be expensive, but it can also be cheaper. So, pick your poison. Um, it's a alright. So on the eBay, obviously also well-run site. Um, Pretty good seller support. It's also the cheap shipping options like 20% less than retail USPS and FedEx. You can get a discount. They do have a merit-based rewards program for sellers called the Top Rated Seller Program, and we'll go over that in the next slide. It's also relatively expensive, and you also, on top of that, have to pay additional PayPal fees. Others, I would say that the pros are that they're cheap, and that's about it. They're not as well recognized, and you don't get any cheap shipping. On to the premium seller programs. eBay Top Rated Seller. To qualify for this, you need 100 transactions totaling $1,000 and a stellar feedback rating. You get 30% off, already discounted shipping, more recognition, and what I didn't put on there is you actually get a 20% reduction in your final value fees. Amazon is more of a paid subscription, $30 a month, and that gets you out of the $1 closing costs on every transaction. Yes, also with eBay you can have an eBay store, which further lowers your fees down to like 4% or something, but that's around $30 a month and goes out from there. So that's good for some really, really high-end sellers, but sometimes it doesn't save you that much. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope it helped you out. Just please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. This is my first one, so it'd be nice to know how I was doing. Thank you guys.